Let's begin, shall we?
Hello there, Raiders. Hi, hello, welcome in. Rad, also, hi, hello, welcome in. Hope everyone is having a good Tuesday, because it's Tuesday. Let me... Yun, thanks for the raid. Yes, this is a real professor, Mariners. You got nothing done? Well done. Sometimes you have those kind of... Oh, specifically it's Taco Tuesday. I made burrito bowls for my lunches for the week, so that's like taco adjacent Tuesday. It really was 15 minutes of work total, I think. Hello, Mookie. Hi, welcome in. Yeah, fellow screenwriter. I've been streaming. So streaming screenwriting has only been a couple of weeks, but overall it's been a bit longer. He wrote 239 words. Nice. 239 more than me. Liv got 65. Nice, she's putting you all to shame. Maybe it'll be better tomorrow. Yeah, that's what we always say. Can't go worse. Yeah, 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 that's, uh, you got the bar at 239, so gotta make sure to, get those words in tomorrow. 267 tomorrow. Setting the bar real high there. I like it. Abuse. Yeah, we don't have that command here. Emote looks cool on screen. Yeah, I saw that on another streamer and found out how to do it. So, yeah, I wanted to. I like having the emotes on screen, and we have um, a command for my mod major to have a rave. So she puts a bunch of like dancing emotes, and it fills up the screen. And yeah. There's like a grumpy puppy that can't really be angry. uh, Not the 6-7. Rad's been trying to do the 6-7 in here. Uh, is that still a thing? I don't know. I'm not a young person. I feel like our emotes need to be slightly bigger. Yeah, I don't know if I can change the size of them. Yeah, 6-7's not a real thing. It's just everyone started being like, 6-7. Oh, Rad isn't trying. He is. Okay. This is the truth. Yeah, so when we do a bunch of emotes, they just pop all over the screen. It's amazing. We like it. Are you a streamer who delves into writing and sort of tunes out chat during writing sprints, or do you interact and answer questions the entire time? I try to interact with chat the entire time, while also trying to get some writing done. Um, but I also try to go over what I'm writing at the same time. So, he talks too much. Yeah, Rad just here to throw me off. 50, what are those emotes and why? It's it's an emote of someone looking, and it's one of my emotes. Someone tried to convince me that 6-7 had a linguistic root from 6s and 7s, meaning it's a state of confusion, which actually makes a lot of sense. Don't answer the Y part, actually. Yeah, Rad's always here to try to throw me off. Um, yeah, we've had some interesting conversations on streams. Alright, but to start off stream, I always like to start off with a movie puzzle. So we have Words, um, and it has a 10-minute timer. So we're going to start with that. It will come up with clues to fill in actors' names, and then there will be a vertical one that is another actor's name. Might sound confusing. It'll make more sense once I start it. Yeah, gotta say, Brees and Larson is like at the center of this channel. Really? You figured out the key to this channel? Well done. How do you know who that is? Does Rose know about this? Yeah, you're married. You're not supposed to know anything about anyone else, right? All right, we're gonna start the puzzle. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, yeah. So horizontally, there are clues over here. We fill these in, and then vertically, this red boxes will was married will be another actor, and that's what we're trying to fill out. Wife said she's hot, so shrug. Your wife is correct. Someone in Ocean's 12. 4 and 4, so that's got to be Brad Pitt. Oscar winner 1972. I'm always bad with these, so we'll come back to that. And then someone from 7. Mariners. What? Oh. 6, 7. Is it Morgan Freeman? I think we've had this one before. Yeah. Well done, Mariners. You got the first name. Ben... Bannard? No. We might need to find another Bing Chilling. Wow, I'm a brain box. You're doing amazing. You're carrying us like you do in Yunstream. Don't think... Yeah, it is. Another Oscar winner, Daniel Plainview. It's Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah, we've had this one before. Yun will remember this. 3,000 languages, and Fiddy chooses to speak facts. Another Oscar winner. Snap out of it, just because of the number of letters. I believe it's... And then Logan. Yeah, we might need to find another puzzle, because we keep getting repeats on this. Well done, Liv. We got it. Amazing job, team. 100% success rate. Yeah, we've had this one before though, but I don't know if anyone I don't know who was here for it. So Mariners was thinking this. Yes, Mariners, you are so smart. So I did before stream change the redeems for the other puzzles, other movie puzzles, if and humble. Yeah. For the other puzzles. So if we want to do other puzzles, y'all can redeem that and we can do another puzzle. Major! Hi, hello. How are you doing today? We had another repeat on our puzzle. Yes, that is correct. Major is always right. I did not dox Major. I said she lives somewhat close to you. Because you doxed yourself and said you live in Milwaukee. So I did not say anything. 54 million points for 50 to say the word. And Yun said it unprompted. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Major. And he said he would invite you over for Dungeons and Dragons. Just what FYI, tomorrow Wednesday, the following will be celebrating birthdays. Film director Adrian Lynn is 85. Author James Elroy is 78. Musician, producer Elio Estefan is 73. Actor Mike Cuddy Williamson is 69. Actor Patricia Heaton is 68. Steve Weber 65. Dev Pilkey 60. And Cameron Winters 24. See, I didn't dox Major. She doxed herself. It's fine. It's not like I save these and put them up on YouTube or anything. You're good. Mariners. I self-dox. It's fine. Yeah. Is that a nuclear reactor? Alright. So we finished our puzzle. We're gonna try to do some writing. Horror? No. So for stream, we're gonna continue to write the same project that we started because 100% of this is on stream and I want to keep it that way. The thing I'm writing in my own time, so Mariners brought it up, so I'll just expand on it. Last night, contest opened up for horror screenplays, and I have a horror screenplay that I've been working on and off for like 4 or 5 years, and since I have a competition for it, I figure I should stop working on the one I was working on my own time and start working on a different one, a horror screenplay. So I'm going to be kind of shifting my focus toward that, but in my own time, not on stream. Major, you just got done working? Boo, work. Redactyl? No, we're leaving that for your stream. I don't want to take that from you. We have the movie and acting puzzles here. For those wondering, yes, Brie Larson is in this movie. Yes, we have. I can actually show it. So we put together kind of a Dreamcast photo, and yes, Brie Larson is part of it, along with Vanessa Kirby, Jessie Buckley, Kristen Milotti, Chase Infinity, and Adrina Aroha. And those are most of our main characters. Oh, what screenplay? Horror. Sorry. I always try to make sure to enunciate the extra syllables in that, so it's not horror screenplay, it's horror. Horror is waking up in the middle of the night and realizing your water is empty. I don't know if I'm weird, but like I don't sleep with a glass of water next to my bed. Like I've noticed that a lot in movies and TV shows, and I'm like, do people actually do that? Yeah, Mariners took GeoGuessr already. What's the genre of the story on screen now? So the one we're working on stream, I would say is a drama with fantasy elements. So the basic story and what we've got so far is just the first 7 pages. So we start off in colonial America, late 1600s, and we meet Margaret and Helene. They are in love. They go out to a beach by a lake to be alone. But then things happen. Helene gets captured, taken back to their settlement. Margaret runs away because she is scared of the people who captured Helene, and she ends up watching as Helene gets burned at the stake for being a witch. And Margaret, distraught from this, runs away and changes her face because she's afraid that the people looking for Helene, looking for witches, are going to be looking for her. So, and we have established at this point in the story that Margaret is a witch. So that's why she's scared of the hunters who are hunting witches. So there's a little bit of a fantasy element with the obvious witches and witchcraft. But that's kind of where we're at so far, and then the next section is going to be our inciting incident. So Margaret's actually going to see someone who looks like Helene again, and she's going to try to find if it's really her or not. Right. Sorry, trying to catch up on chat. You don't have water with you, you usually sleep in bed. Yeah. You need a giant water bottle to get you through. Yeah, there are no beverages in the bedroom, in my bedroom. Because I'm also afraid I'm going to spill everything. What are you doing then? Get it? Water? What are? Ha 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 ha. Never once have I woke up in the middle of the night wanting a big old glass of water. Yeah, the only time I want water in the middle of the night is like if I have a headache or I need to take some medicine or something and need water to down it with. Major has a tumbler of water with a lid on it so it doesn't spill if I knock it over, but also a straw. So not a perfect system. You wake up in the middle of the night for work. Alright, Liv. Yeah, definitely get some work done. I appreciate the lurk. Brad's going to throw his kids in bed. Major's in charge. Major's always in charge. Someone who lives outside Pittsburgh, the Ohio Valley, is pretty close to me. Okay. Yeah, I grew up just outside of Cincinnati, so yeah, that's kind of where I went to with that as well. Did not realize Brie Larson was a genre, but 100% think it should. Yes. Yes, Brie Larson is a genre, and that's the genre I write in, because everything I write, I think, I have a character that's based around her. So, yes. Although, for my horror movie, there's only one character who's not, like, a teenager, so I'm like, I guess default it's gotta be her. Borderline obsession now? No. I disagree, Mariners. That's all we'll say about that. This might be one of those football things that we just agree to disagree on. Now, if Chad all comes together and feels I need an intervention or something, then I might have to do something about that. But for now, no, it's fine. It's fine. We're just a fan. I think she is a fantastic actress, and I want to see her in more things. moving on. All right. So we left off with Margaret has. No comment. Margaret has transformed her face and she's off in the woods. So we are going to jump ahead in time. So, screenplay. Exactly. Exterior forest. We'll say day. Yeah, I feel like a lot of our stuff is just like forest, ridge, like it's not very specific, but I feel like at this point in time, like so much of the country was just like wide open forest, so no, yeah, you didn't miss anything. Don't worry about it. Alright, so our initial sequence was in, I believe, the late 1600s, so we are jumping ahead. Oh, sorry, I missed that. Nino Panda. I use Writer Duet for my screenwriting. It formats everything and doesn't leave any unnecessary watermarks. It's fairly intuitive to use, and yeah, I've been using it for quite a while now.
I like this one.
Thank you for the follow, Nino Panda. Yay! Sorry, I missed it. Oh, it's called Writer Duet. Follow. Exactly. Yeah, of course, no problem. Alright, so how do we want to... Okay. How do I want to say this? Yeah, I did one shout out for Yun when he rated over, but yeah. Most everyone knows most everyone in here. Yes, Rat also streams from time to time. Mariner streams, Liv streams. Mariner streams on his other account. Is it Mariner's writing? I believe so. Thank you, Major. Maybe. BRB. Alright, Mariners. Okay, Grams. Oh, the software looks way more friendly than most. What is it? Uh, we got this question a little bit earlier. It is called Writer Duet. It is a free online software, and I've been using it for a while, and I have no complaints. It works very well. What's a different word for that? No, we'll stick with haphazard. Thank you, Major. Perfect. A plus. Okay, so we're establishing that this is quite a bit of time later, and we're establishing the scene. Margaret's wandering through the forest. A lot of time has passed. So where we need to get to is she's going to be incapacitated by something that she eats. Would it be patched haphazardly? Maybe. Yeah, I don't like the word haphazard there. recklessly. So I don't feel like it would be reckless. It's just, it's more something. She patches her clothes kind of as they need it, but she's not an expert at it. And I almost imagine just because she's a green witch that she would use things she's found in the wild as tools to patch it. But yeah, I think just taking out haphazard and just saying patched is probably enough. Rad's back. Alright, we can continue now. We were all waiting for you, Rad. Probably only wrote like 67. I don't even know if we've written that many so far. Just this. Can we report tools word count? 29 words. Yeah, this scene is tough just because it's something very simple, but I don't want it to be just like 5 lines. Also that. What Major said. Is a group of mushrooms a batch? Do I need to ask Google this? What a collective noun for mushrooms is a bed, troop, patch, and cluster. What the Mushrooms that are in a close group but not close enough to be called a cluster are said to be in a troop. Alright, Mushroom, the Journal of Wild Mushrooming. I'm trusting them. I think we were on like a weird homework site, so yeah, I don't know what that is. This is a terrible website, but they don't have mushrooms to grow. Mushrooms are in a closed group, but not close enough to be called a cluster, are said to be in a troop. Mushrooms in a group that is a bit more scattered and irregular, loose discipline, are said to be gregarious. Generally speaking, mushrooms on wood range between clustered and troops, and terrestrial mushroom range between troops and gregarious. What the? I don't know what I just read. What? They don't have mushrooms to grow. Beat me to it. 50 days. No, I did not. They don't have mushroom. Oh, mushroom to grow. Sorry, Major. I messed up your dad joke. Sorry. Yeah, you and Rad were on the exact same page. You both got it right away. I did not. Alright. I'm just saying cluster. Okay. Cluster of mushrooms. Spent a minute thinking how to word my mushroom joke, and Major busted it out. Major had that shit locked and loaded. Rad would have gotten it sooner or later because you're a fungi. I got that one that time, Major. See, Rad, now you know what it feels like. Sometimes it takes me a bit, Major, but sometimes I get there. Rad, I got it. That's what really matters. Rad, I understand. I understood that reference. think snaps is quite the right word. To break suddenly or completely. One too many periods there. Just got back from preparing a nice salad. Someone here has the nickname of Fiddlesticks. Yes, that is a nickname that Major sometimes calls me. I don't know exactly where it started. But yeah, that Major is the only one that calls me that. Who? What? When? Where? How? Why? Ah, oh, Mariners, you forgot the when. Could be any time. Mariners. I was saying that's our nickname for it. Oh, yeah. So over in Yunstream, I got nicknamed Professor. One of the streams they were asking what I do, and I told them that I work at a college, so they all assumed I was a professor. I was like, nope, I'm just staff. And they were like, too late, you're a professor now. I was like, alright. So on Yun's Discord, my nickname is Professor50. Yeah, Mariners, I thought you were like getting ready to tell me something. Like, Professor? Professor Fiddlesticks. Exactly, rad. Men of many talents. I try. Oh. Rad was getting ready to tell me something. Yes. Yes, Rad. What is it? No, Mariners. Now you don't want to. Well, Rad, that's really up to you. You only need to share what you feel comfortable sharing with the rest of us. 6'7". Is that Rad's age? Yeah, it's funny. We figured out over in Yun's stream that I am the oldest regular, I think, there. And I was like, all right, I need to go back over to my stream because I know Rad's older than I am. Rad is a little bit older than I am, not by that much. "41" is the other meme number the kids are saying these days. I know because my kids told me on my birthday. Yeah, I mean, I would tend to trust Rad more because he has young kids who might actually know what kids do. Because I do not. Hey, I'm hip, I'm cool, I'm with it. Do you tell yourself that every morning in the mirror, Rad? Ooh. So if you're a pretend professor full-time, is screenwriting a second career, a hobby, a passion? Um, right now it is a hobby. It's just something I like to do. I hope that it becomes more than just a hobby, but at this point I've kind of accepted that maybe it's just a hobby for me, so I'm just going to write what I like and try to enjoy doing it as much as I can. Rad almost as old as WrestleMania. I respect it. A pretend professor. You'll never forget Mankind falling off Hell in a Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, me and my brothers used to watch a lot of wrestling growing up. You used to record them on VHS for your friends at school. For those who weren't born in the 80s, a VHS is what we used to use before we had DVDs. And for those of you too young to know what a DVD is, get the fuck out. No, I'm joking. Everyone's welcome here. Not in the Betamax. I don't think I've ever actually seen a Betamax tape, but yeah, we had VHSs growing up. I still have a box set of the original Star Wars trilogy in VHS, and I think that's the only ones I have. Does Han shoot first? I actually don't know because I don't have a VHS player. So yeah, I don't really have an easy way of checking that. What I do have is digital versions of what's called the despecialized editions. So some Star Wars fans basically took the cleaned up Blu-rays that Disney released and re-edited them so that they match as closely as possible to the original theatrical releases of the films. Where yes, Han does shoot first, and there's no McClunky or whatever Greedo says. Han shoots only. Yeah, more of a Star Trek fan, but I think we can still be friends. Okay. Yeah, one of the film review podcasts that I listen to, the hosts are both Star Trek fans, and so they did or they're doing a side podcast project where they're going through every episode of Star Trek in chronological order. Like, that is crazy because there is a ton of episodes from all the different series and everything. Okay, so what do I want? May the prosper live you long time. Yeah, that is definitely a commitment. Yeah, they have so many podcasts. Like, they do the Star Trek one, they do the regular movie review podcast, mailbag episodes, um, and they're going through every year Oscar history. They watch every movie nominated for Best Picture as well. So yeah, they have a lot of content. Yeah, sounds like Yoda on the bridge of the Enterprise. I'd only watched TNG as a kid, anyways. Yeah, so I never really watched any of the Star Trek shows growing up. I did go back quite a few years ago at this point and watch some of the like recommended original series episodes. So I got somewhat a sense of what the original series was about, but yeah, Star Trek was never really my thing. I could respect it, I don't hate it or anything, but it just wasn't necessarily my thing. Okay, we're a little over an hour in. We just got out of ad break, so we don't have to worry about ads interrupting. And I'm going to take a quick break, and we are going to put up some words on stream for chat. So I'm going to start this up. It's basically unscramble the letters, try to come up with words. Yeah, and I'll be back in a couple minutes, and then we will pick up with some more writing. Ready, set, go. it going on?
I'm back.
I took it off. Whatever. Yeah, that's not supposed to play like 20 times. Just once. Streamlabs. Yeah. Yeah. Well done, Rad. Yeah. Exactly. Rad carrying us with the 52 points. Well done. The rest of us, we helped. We, did some of the thing. You got one word too? Nice. Yeah, sometimes those, like, I can figure out some of the words very easily. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm on the struggle bus today. Okay, so back to our story. So, yeah, we haven't written a lot today, but we're getting there. So, yeah, we start off in the forest. We see Margaret. Years later, she comes to a halt, finds some mushrooms. She hesitates, but then she eats the mushrooms. She forces herself to finish them. So, I kind of decided with this part that... Oh, Major was playing 40s? That's why she was letting Rad win. Yeah, that tracks. Oh, Major. So I looked up when the current season of Fortnite ends, and it's on the 20th, I believe. Yeah, the 19th to the 20th. Yeah, that's the same day as the new season for Rivals as well. So, yay! Yeah, apparently they pushed it back like 2.5 weeks. So, yeah. And that's probably when I'll start playing Fortnite again. If the battle pass is interesting enough. Yeah, so what I was saying is I kind of decided with this scene, the way I want to approach it with Margaret is she sees these mushrooms and I think she knows they're inedible. And so she decides she wants to basically kill herself. So she forces herself to eat these mushrooms, and then we see the results of it. She pales, she's sweating, she vomits, and she's ready to die. But she's not going to, or this would be a very short movie. Because we've killed both of our main characters in the first 9 pages. You're a battle pass that is interesting enough. Okay. That's how I feel when someone orders mushrooms on pizza. I love mushrooms on pizza. For a while I would have pizza for my Sunday meal, and so I would buy like a pre-made pizza from the store, but then I'd also buy mushrooms, chop up the mushrooms and put them on the pizza because it made it even better. You're kidding, they're not bad. Okay. Ohio River Valley. But no pineapple, right? We support pineapple in this stream. Mushrooms don't add much to pizza. They're like mushrooms inherently don't have a lot of flavor, but they do give like extra texture, I think. Major needs to hop off. You as the tired. Alright, Major. Get some rest. And yeah. Also, Team Pineapple. Yes. Major, I appreciate you. Go get some rest. And yeah, I will talk to you later. Oh, you like Hawaiian pizza? Okay. Then, rad. No, you don't need to ban them. Back to being best friends. Alright, so we have a lot of different tribes in the Ohio River Valley. So Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio. And a lot of them were relocated to Oklahoma. Oof, that's rough. I'll give you more reasons to ban me going forward. uh, okay, so we got a couple listed there. I wonder if they say like by region. Midget's medicine. Okay. This is actually also other information I wanted to see. Okay, so TVs are generally used as temporary shelter and hunting camps. And then log house. Okay. One more question. I'll shut up. You can ask whatever. If I just wanted to put my head down and write, I would probably not be streaming it. So, yeah, feel free to ask whatever. Use any templates or plotting device such as Save the Cat, or do more outline and go with your own flow. I don't have like a specific template that I stick to, but there are some writing books that have some um, like structure elements. And so I try to, if I'm not sure where I want the story to go, like I'll reference that to get an idea of like what I can introduce or use to move to the next section. But generally I try to just outline and kind of go with where I think the story needs to go. Then they have the longhouse, the log house. They generally wore animal skins. Okay. Okay. Alright, five major tribes of Ohio with the Shawnee. The Blackhoof. The Miami. The Delaware. Fun fact, Ohio is a Buckeye. Yes. Yes, it is. I grew up in Ohio, so yeah, my brother and sister still live there. They both went to Ohio State, so they are both Buckeyes. POV, your Sims character after adjusting sliders. Oh. So it seems like the Shawnee were there the earliest. Should I ask for context? Yeah, maybe. Ohio. Oh, I have my caps locks on for some reason. Ohio historic Native American tribes. You're good, Mariners. I know you weren't intending, or you didn't intend anything by what you were saying. It is an unusual image to include in this. Yeah, we needed to do some research and to figure out some more information about what tribe and all that was going to find Margaret. Face. Still drained of color. Let's see. We just used weak in the previous sentence, so need to start with fun fact. It's a good way to draw attention in a script. Um, thanks. What is? Oh, we need to start with fun fact at the beginning of a scene. Yes, in caps, underline, italic, and in bold. I wouldn't be surprised if there are scripts that do stuff like that, because, like, it is so difficult to get noticed as a screenwriter that people will try anything to get just about anything to get noticed. So they probably don't have Shawnee as a language. Nope. Okay, so Shawnee is also the language. An Algonquian language. The English Shawnee Dictionary. And they don't have a... Uh... What if she just says rest? Okay, yeah, that's not. Lies. Ugh. AI. Sucks. Um. Fun fact. We have no translation for rest. Oh, no. Imagine trying to write a screenplay back in the olden days with manual typewriter and having to spend hours. Yeah. Um, especially with a lot of the stuff I like to write because I tend not to write like everyday stuff or stuff that happens in modern times. Like, I like getting weird with stuff. That's why, like, one of the things that I like about this one is the fantasy element of having the witchcraft in there and being able to explore different eras of North America through different time periods and stuff like that. And like I also like writing like sci-fi stuff and yeah, like if I was doing this before internet days, like I don't let's just say I don't know if I'd actually be writing. I would probably just be like, "Oh, that's an interesting idea." Anyways, alright, yeah, and then we need to save this, because we're going to have some more stuff that needs translator. I wish this website had a dark mode. Jesus. Anyway. Yeah, so this whole section has been kind of odd because it's a lot of, like, just Margaret by herself for a lot of it, but it's also just, like, kind of short scenes. Okay, we have her. So, yeah, we're not going to have her follow directions right away. Okay, give me a sec. I need to reset and think about this for a second. Alright, so the healer's going to try to give Margaret some medicine. I always spell that wrong? Oh, I know what I do wrong. Okay. So Margaret has basically no strength at this point, so her resistance can only go so far. The healer knows this. Welcome back, Liv. Hope you got some good work done. Yep, media is done and dusted, and had just enough work prep that it sounded like I knew what I was talking about. Nice. What did you miss? I don't know if I wrote more than Yun did on his stream, but we kind of picked up where we left off last time. We have our main character, Margaret, kind of on her own after losing Helene, and she eats some mushrooms, gets very sick, but then she is found. Can guarantee you wrote more than Yun did. Let's see. I think it was under tools, word count. Number of words, 232. But those are like screenplay words, so I feel like that number should be like doubled for novel writing. Agreed. Screenplays are, yes. That's a novel idea, 50. Thanks, Rad. Yeah, you're getting one for that. Maybe? Hey, there we go. Cloudbot wasn't asleep on the job tonight. Alright, so Helene wakes up later, finding herself in care of the healer. Everything. Yeah. Okay, so we got through this part. I was away helping a reporter. Missed a dad joke. Yes. Um, so Liv came back and we were talking about another streamer that we both follow, Yunsun. Um, we were both in his stream and he did not get much work done today. So she was asking me how much I had gotten done, and it wasn't a lot either, but I was like, screenplays, I feel like words in screenplays are so much more, or how did I phrase it? Like, you need to be more economic with your words in a screenplay. So screenplay words are like 2 or 3 times novel words. And then Rad said, "That's a novel idea, Fiddy." So yeah, that's Fiddy recounting Rad's dad joke with probably way too much context until it is no longer funny to anyone. Solid recap. Nice. Okay. So we got Margaret drifts back into unconsciousness. Okay, so then we are going to be interior, longhouse, night. Okay, so this is a scene that I wanted to get to because this is kind of the inciting incident. This is where Margaret catches a glimpse of Helene again, and this is what is going to ultimately propel her to trying to find her. Now we just have to write the scene. I mean, that's the easy part, right? I want to make sure I don't have her. Okay, she wakes with a start. Okay, that's fine. Kind of the same thing. Okay, we're gonna choose some voices outside. Wake Margaret. Rickety. Um, Oops. No one saw that. It's fine. Forgot a letter in there. It's fine. That happens. Okay, we're gonna switch that actually. Yeah, no, not that. This. Okay, so she hears voices outside. We see some colors return to her face, so she is starting to get better, but she's still frail. She's exhausted, so she's struggling to keep focus, but the stranger voice is somehow familiar. Okay. I need to focus. She hears. Stranger, greeted by leaders of the tribe. Stranger's voice. Catches Margaret. Meep. Okay. I think that's a good place to leave it for tonight. We did just hit over 2 hours. Anyone who's not subscribed just got back from ad break, so yeah, I feel like this is a good place to end it. I feel like once I got to the scene I wanted to write, I was able to get some more done. Let's see. Tools. Word count. Hey, we hit 351 words. I don't know. I think that's more than Ian got. Oh no, ad break starting now. Oops. This could be. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow.
I like this one.
I'll wait for ad break to end. It's only a minute, and yeah, we will finish up all the stuff. We got through a couple scenes tonight, so I feel like we made some progress, so that's the key. And we're at a juicy part of the story. We're right into the inciting event, so yeah. Let me see if anyone else is streaming that we could raid into. No one that I'm following is streaming. So, yeah, if anyone has any suggestions for a raid, let me know. Otherwise, I will just call it. Yeah, we definitely made some good progress. We were definitely more hanging out with Chad at the beginning after the raid, but yeah, we still got some good progress done, got some good writing done, and like I said, I feel like we're at a point where we can start moving forward a little easier. So yeah, so many words. We got more than 67 words today, so we hit our goals. All right. Welcome back, anyone who was in an ad break. All right. We will raid one of them. All right. We got a raid up to author Chrissy, as recommended by Liv. So I set up raid messages for those who are subscribed, and then raid 2 for those who are just following. So if you want to copy those, it'll just have a raid message from us. But anyways, thank you everyone who stopped by, hung out, chatted, lurked, all the stuff. It's all good. I appreciate you all. We do have a Discord where I try to update stuff. And I will be back on Thursday, same time, to continue working on this. I think that's everything. Yeah, and go follow Liv and Yun and Mariners and all the people, all the things. I don't know. I think that's all I got. Everyone have a good week, and I will hopefully see you Thursday.
Thanks for checking out my channel. Do whatever you want. Live your life. I hope you're happy in your body. Much love to you, and see you around. Thanks for checking out my channel. Do whatever you want. Live your life. I hope you're happy in your body. Much love to you, and see you around. Thanks for checking out